So this is actually my first video that's not entirely studying related, but something that's very, very personal to me. And this is also my first time addressing it with pretty much anyone. So, might as well let the whole world know what's going on. This is the issue in my personal story, struggling with body dysmorphia, and more specifically, muscle dysmorphia. Muscle dysmorphia, in a nutshell, is essentially where you have a distorted view of your body in the way that you feel like you're not muscular enough, that your body image does not align with what you want it to look like. Just a week ago, I injured my rotator cuff and my knee kind of at the same time, and I haven't been able to work out at all. And when that happened this last week, I've kind of noticed this pattern of whenever I get injured, I get extremely frustrated and angry that I can't work out. I constantly worry that I'm going to lose the muscle that I've spent so much time trying to gain. So, sort of going to the root of this problem, it kind of started out more when I was in middle school, when I would constantly be trying to compare myself to other kids, and especially like in gym class, in the locker room. I would get made fun of because I did not have any muscle, or I didn't have abs, or anything like that. And then that kind of insecurity with my body grew and grew as I got older, and I would start to compare myself to people that I saw online, people who were more muscular than me, actors in TV shows or movies, pretty much anywhere that I could compare myself to them. And that really led me down this road of, then starting to actively work out and thinking that I need to be the strongest one in the room, thinking that I need to gain muscle so that I can measure up to other guys, so that I can get the girl. Pretty much so that I could prove my worth as a man. I would put off studying for exams, doing homework, hanging out with friends, just so I could go to the gym. And I would prioritize working out over pretty much everything else in my life. I would be in the gym up to 3 hours a day for 6 days a week, just trying to prove my worth to other people. Even though I generally have a pretty healthy body, I would push myself to the brink of getting injured like I am now. And sometimes even trying to work out through injury, trying to push myself to be stronger so that I can, not feel weak, to not look weak. It's as if my worth as a man has been defined by the size of my muscles. And it's never enough. No matter how hard I work out, how much muscle I put on, it's never enough, because there's a voice that's constantly in my head telling me that you need to be bigger, you need to gain more muscle, you are weak, you are small, you don't have as much muscle as the other guys in the gym. That essentially what I have right now is not enough. There's a disconnect between me and my body where I kind of put myself on the outside looking in and I criticize every single thing that I can. And I've been doing that for the last 5 years. That really led me down a road of constantly trying to prove my worth, trying to prove that I'm enough. And I know that for some people, it may be very easy to watch this and say, oh, you look great. Why are you complaining? I would kill to have a body like yours. The reality is that there's a lot of emotional trauma that goes into this that not a lot of other people know about. I look at myself in the mirror and right away I look for the flaws. I don't tell myself good things about myself. I only tell myself what I need to improve upon. I walk by a shopping window outside and I look at my reflection in the window, and the first thing that comes to my mind is my chest popping out enough? It's these kinds of things that I would tell myself that cause me a lot of emotional disturbance and give me a false view of my body. And unfortunately, this is something that a lot of weightlifters have to experience, and something that really a lot of people don't talk about who experience it. It's so easy to leave those feelings locked away and to not talk about it, to just suppress it, and just to go work out and like not even think about how this is causing a lot of anxiety with me. I really wanted to break out of that, and I want to talk about it because this is such a big, important issue to me that I feel the urge to address. Making this video obviously is pretty hard for me because this is the first time that I've publicly kind of come out and talked about this with anyone. So, yeah, it's just something that has been really weighing on my mind recently, and something that I feel I really, really need to talk about. I know that I have a video from about a year ago that talked about my journey with weightlifting and fitness and stuff, and a huge part of the puzzle that I'm talking about now was not addressed at all in that video. So, that's also why I wanted to talk about this now. It's been really important for me to have these conversations with myself, and my hope is that I can reach other people out there who may experience these similar kinds of things, or who may be going through the same kinds of emotions with their own body, and hopefully to encourage them to have these conversations with themselves. So thank you if you've tuned in this whole time and have listened to my story, and I hope that you've learned something from this and can maybe reach out to a friend or a loved one if you can tell that if you deal with this, or if you can maybe tell that they are going through something like this. So thank you.